Just send you greetings. My name is David, and I'm going to be your presenter for this session. And I'm very excited to kickstart this emGuarde's product presentation after a long break. And today, for those of you who are here, you're in for a treat, okay? Because we have actually prepared a new, very powerful material. At the same time, it's also energetic compliance to the authorities as well, because we do not want to create slides where we will fall under medical claims and all that. So today we've got very solid materials for you, and going forward, for those people who already been presenting emGuarde, I hope that you can actually use these slides going forward for your presentation to your customers as well. Okay, I can see people from Japan. Konnichiwa. All right. So now, without any further delay, let's begin this exciting product introduction. Okay, which is emGuarde. For those countries who haven't received the emGuarde product yet, Energic is going global soon, and they are launching this product in phases. Okay, we're looking into the next few months. Okay, they are in the process of bringing this to European countries in the near future, and of course to the other parts of Asia countries as well. Okay, hello there. Thank you so much for your greetings. All right, now let's begin today's emGuarde sharing. Introducing Energic's Japan's latest patented technology, the emGuarde, okay? Creating harmonious spaces around the world, all right? So by the way, if let's say you guys are wondering what's emGuarde, it's this. This is the size of the real emGuarde I'm holding in front of me, okay? So it's a very portable size where you can just carry this around and you can place it anywhere as you go, okay? Now this product is not new, okay? The R&D, because later on I will be talking about, who is actually behind the tech and all that, but it's been around for about 14 years. Okay, so they started R&D into this technology about 14 years ago. And this is actually the latest and the upgraded version you're seeing here. Okay, so this is the latest technology that I'm holding here. All right, it looks like a bento box, okay, from Japan. Now, so getting back to this talk, I believe everyone here can relate to what I have here, okay, in the picture. 30 years ago, this is what we've been playing with. Okay, eraser, bottle caps. All right, I don't know about all, because today is about multinational, and some of your countries you might be playing with some other things. Okay, so this is what we have back here in Asian countries. So this is what we used to play around. Okay, now nowadays our kids, younger generations, we have been into all this. Okay, all this technology stuff. We are talking about iPads, handphones, VR systems, okay? Now, at the same time, when we're exposed to all this new technology, this technology is going to produce certain byproducts, all right? Or certain energy release from all these appliances. We can get into more details later, okay? So, and in terms of earth pollution, we know very clearly that, we've got water pollution, air pollution, and noise pollution. And today we're going to discuss about the electromagnetic field radiation pollution. And if you see here, it's actually something that, electromagnetic pollution is unique because it doesn't directly impact, okay, our senses, unlike other types of pollution. You can't see, you can't feel it, you can't smell it, you can't hear it, and making it hard to detect without using special equipment. Okay, so today we're talking about a very sophisticated pollution where we don't feel it, but it's actually around us. There you go. Now let's look at certain documentations which also addresses their concerns, and I think WHO needs no introduction. After COVID-19, everyone knows who is WHO, okay, World Health Organization. So this press release happened back in year 2011, okay, exactly 13 years ago. And over here, they actually classified radio frequency electromagnetic fields, if you can see my cursor here, okay, as possibly carcinogenic to human, all right? It's a type of, just in case you thought, what's this? It's actually increasing the risk of glioma, a malignant type of brain cancer associated with wireless phone use. Okay, so they actually addressed their concerns 13 years ago in regards to this topic that we have here. And talking about this concern that WHO posted, so now we are talking about the types of electromagnetic energy around us. And if I were to make it into a very simple segmentization, we can actually segmentize this energy into 3 different segments. Okay, now let's go through one by one. The first one is called electromagnetic field strength. Okay, so this energy usually comes from your power line. As long as you turn on your power source, when your electrical appliances is working, it will generate a certain level of electromagnetic field strength. It's either electric field or magnetic field. Okay, it's inevitable. As long as you switch on your lights, you switch on your, let's say, your rice cooker, your TV and all that, it will produce certain level of electromagnetic field strength. Okay, now the second energy that we're discussing here is called signal. Okay, and I believe today with the advancement of technology, we're using a lot of devices. All right, a lot of devices where you actually transmit signals. For example, your mobile phone. Okay, it contains antenna here, and it's going to communicate with your Wi-Fi router. So you're getting data, your Wi-Fi data and everything. Okay, so this is signal strength. So this is another type of energy in the environment that we're talking about. But today I want to highlight one important point. As you see, my shirt is red color. Okay, it's in red color. So we are focusing on the red energy, which is the electromagnetic noise. And this is actually the energy category that emGuarde as a technology resolve, okay, or helping us to resolve. Okay, it's actually an unwanted interference that disrupt the signal. It's actually noise, electromagnetic noise is actually produced when we use all the gadgets, for example, the phone, okay? When the components within the phone is communicating with each other, it generates certain level of noise, okay? Some people call it electromagnetic interference, okay? And even when you turn on the lights, and when you have a power line very close to you, it also generates a type of electromagnetic noise. It's just that your ear is unable to hear it. Okay, but this kind of radiation is all around us. And later on, I'll show you a quick demonstration to give you a more clearer understanding on how can we actually identify that this energy is around us. Okay, so let me put you into a clearer perspective. I'm going to just go on to the next slide. Okay, so basically what you see on the screen today, these are all electromagnetic noise radiation sources. So these are all the gadgets potentially producing this noise radiation. Okay, and now gadgets like this, these are non-telecommunication devices, meaning there is no antenna. Okay, they are using electricity. So when you turn on these appliances back home, first of all, it generates the first energy. We call it electromagnetic field energy. It's coming from the magnetic field or the electric field. Okay, so the black symbol represents this energy. At the same time, it also generates this one, the red one. We call it electromagnetic noise or electromagnetic interference. Okay, so now we're getting into a clearer picture. The next one, okay, now these devices on the screen here, desktop, we've been using desktop, for decades, mobile phones and Wi-Fi router. Now, these devices, it require power source to power up. That's the reason why it's generating the first energy. We call it electromagnetic field energy. Okay. At the same time, it's going to add on, there's another additional energy that these devices will generate. We call the signal energy. Okay, so when all these devices receiving signal, data transmitting from the signals and all that from the antenna, is also generating a type of signal radiation energy as well. Okay, and at the same time, all devices here also generate the third energy. We call it electromagnetic noise energy at the same time. Okay, so please make clear, I'm going to just do a very clean and clear announcement here. The emGuarde do not interfere with the black one, which is the electromagnetic field, because it is impossible to cut off this. When you remove this, meaning there is no electricity powering your gadget. So emGuarde is not going to do things to this electromagnetic energy, the black one. And of course, signal, we are not here to disrupt any signal strength as well. Okay, so emGuarde is not built to address this signal radiation energy. Instead, we are built to suppress targeted electromagnetic noise radiation. Okay, so this is what this special technology is built to do. All right. Now I'm going to conduct a live demo here. And in this demo, I'm going to create a lot of clarities for those people who don't understand how energy actually travels away from your gadget. Okay. Now, we call this demo a sound frequency energy demonstration. And this demonstration is just to illustrate to you that how does this energy travels, and when your ear cannot hear this energy, it does not mean that the energy is not in your living space. It is in there, it is affecting us some way, but just that you can't hear it, okay? Because your ears can only hear up to the range of 20 Hertz all the way to about 20,000 Hertz. Okay, so this is the audible level that your ears can hear. All right, now what I have here is an app here. For those people who wants to learn this demonstration, you can download this particular application from Apple App Store. This is called Sonic. Okay, the app name is called Sonic. All right, this is called Sonic. And for those people who are not Apple user, you're Android user, okay, let's say you're Android user, you can look for this app by the name of Frequency Generator. It's called HZAC over here. Frequency Generator. Okay, the logo and the symbol is HZAC, which is Hertz. Okay, it represents Hertz. So you can just get it from your Play Store. Okay. Now let me use the Apple app, which is this one. This is Sonic. Okay. Now I'm going to do one demo here. I'm going to just turn on the volume. And for those people who cannot stand or cannot withstand high-pitched volume, I would advise you to just reduce your speaker, which is your laptop speaker or your phone speaker, just slightly reduce to half. Okay, because this is going to be quite disturbing. All right, are you guys ready? Now, if you are ready, can I see a number digit 1 in your chat group so that I know that you are there with me? Okay, can you just type 1 before I click play? Thank you so much for all the impromptu responses. All right, amazing. All right, cool. Now I'm going to just press play again and to see whether can you hear it from your speaker. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Can you hear it? You can actually hear that there's this sharp, noises coming from your speaker, and I'm actually tuned to only 9,000 Hertz, as you can see. Okay, it's only on 9,000 Hertz. All right, let me do it again for those people who missed this. All right, now this is a type of sound frequency energy, and you can actually hear it from your ear because it's actually at 9,000 Hertz. And if you look at these slides, our human ear is built to listen anything from 20 Hertz all the way to 20,000 Hertz. Okay, depending on each individual's eardrum. All right, so I'm tuning it somewhere in the middle. This is 9,000, you can hear it. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just change the frequency all the way up to above 20,000 Hertz. So let's try. I'm going to switch it to the max. Now I'm going up to all the way to 25,000 Hertz. Okay, so I'm going to press play again over here. Can you hear anything? Nothing, right? Okay, nothing, right? Now, when you can't hear this, it doesn't mean that the energy is not there. Okay, now let me show you another demonstration. I need my team to help me to hold on the phone. Just hold on the phone for me. Okay, now what I have here is a detector where it can actually detect high frequency electromagnetic noise radiation in terms of power density. Okay, now what you're seeing here is actually the microwatts. It's a power reading for electromagnetic noise radiation. Okay, so when I turn this on, let's pull the phone behind. Okay, if you notice initially, right, can someone switch off the emGuarde? All right, so you won't be seeing any reading from the detector, as you can see. Let me just go closer to the screen here. Okay, you won't see anything unless I place this detector very close to my phone, because the phone is actually generating a certain level of electromagnetic noise radiation. Okay, and the sensitive level for this detector to pick up the energy is only 1 to 2 centimeters. Okay, so I have to go very close to my phone screen, which is about this range, in order for the detector to pick up energy. And now you're looking into an energy in microwatts, and this is about 400, 300. Okay, it's fluctuating between 3,000 to 2,000. Okay, I know the camera is a bit screwed up because it's the other way around. So let me read it to you. So it's around 800 to about 1,500 microwatts in average. Okay, now this is not the demonstration I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you. For example, now I'm going to just move the detector away from the phone, roughly about 20 centimeters away. Just hold this. Okay, now this app is still on, and we are still set on 25,000 Hertz. Okay, I wanted to see how far can this sound frequency travels from the phone to my detector. Just press play. Can you see that? It's playing now and it's away from the phone. Let me just pause the app. If you notice, the detector stops beeping after I deactivated the app for generating 25,000 hertz. Okay, now let me play again. Can you see that? How instant the energy came back from the phone all the way to the detection ring. And as soon as I turn it off, it stops beeping. Okay, so this simple demonstration is there to show you that energies like this, it is able to travel through space, propagating the energy to this detection ring, and you're actually getting this radiation from time to time. But it is because that it is set all the way to 25,000 hertz, your ear is not able to hear it. Okay, but the energy is actually within the living space itself. Do you get it? Okay, so this is a simple demonstration to show you how energy actually travels from this app or from this gadget all the way to the detection ring for you to pick up the readings. All right, now, when we talk about all these energies, we're talking about, noise radiation from all these different electrical appliances. There are certain negative effects of electromagnetic disturbances. Okay, now when you hear sounds like this, let me create another scenario. Okay, for example, I'm going to tune again the app all the way to, let's say, an audible level, and we are talking about, let's say, 9,000 hertz. I want you to imagine when you are sleeping in this environment and sound like this, where you can actually hear. Okay, do you feel comfortable? You won't, right? Definitely you won't feel comfortable. And how can you fall asleep when you hear sounds like this? You can't, okay? But I just want to explain to you that in our environment, there are noises, or we call it electromagnetic noise radiation around you, which is way above 25,000 hertz. Okay, and when these noises, it's around you, you can't hear it, but it's actually affecting you invisibly. Okay, invisibly. So this is what I'm trying to get across the message. So now these kind of noises and energy has got negative effects to our human body. Now, the next slide I'm going to share with you here, it's actually based on the EMF Safety Network. It's actually a survey research conducted by Ed Holtman, a PhD holder. Okay, this is conducted back in 2019. Now, out of this research, he actually accumulated a total of 871 participants. Okay, and when he do this survey and research, he's actually asking a total number of 871 people on health related problems connected to EMF exposure. I want you to look at the percentages. I did a red rectangular bracket. I want to look at the top 5 responses that these people have. Now, the first one, we are talking about sleep problem. And what is the percentages? We're talking about 71%. 71% out of 871 people are complaining that, they're having sleep problem, and it could be due to EMF exposure. Okay, and fatigue, we are looking at about 64%. Okay, 64%. Concentration, memory, or learning problems, 61%. Stress and anxiety, 60%. Look at this is crazy. Headaches, 82%, and so on. Okay, now these people, they are all real common folks, and they suspect that it could be due to this exposure. All right, now as a disclaimer, I would like to just address this clearly. And this emGuarde that we have here is a non-medical product, and we are not saying that this testimonials that we're going to play is going to do something to your health, it's going to cure diseases. Okay, so this is a non-medical product. So this is purely from sharing from all the users that we have been gotten through for the past few months. So it's basically based on their personal experience and the sharing. Okay, so now the first testimonials that we're going to listen to is actually a guy from Singapore, and his name is Albert. Now let's hear him out. What sort of experience he had after using the emGuarde for a few months.
Hi, I'm Albert here. I'm from Singapore. I recently bought an emGuarde in October. The first person who experienced the result was my mom. She felt a lot of energy and can sleep better throughout the night. Whenever I travel to KL, I also bring the emGuarde along. Throughout the whole journey was a pleasant one, and I don't feel tired at all. My helper, who is taking care of my mom, also has similar effect. She can sleep throughout the night and wake up very refreshed in the day. Truly, this emGuarde is amazing. Thank you, Catherine, for introducing emGuarde to me. Thank you.
So I think this is genuinely a sharing from someone from Singapore. He's been using this, and I'm touched when he talks about his mom. Okay, when he speaks about his mom, how he actually helped the mom to regain energy, from fatigue and all this. And if you notice, the main point he's stressing here is actually sleep. It's actually helping him in terms of his sleep issues. Okay, now I got another one to share here, and this lady, she's actually one of the lady from my country, Malaysia. She's from Alostar. Alostar is one of the states in Malaysia, and it's in Mandarin, but we actually did it. We put some English subtitle on the video, and I want you to hear from her experience. Okay, this is amazing. Let's play her testimonial.
Hello， 我是来自 Alostar Jazz， 今天要与大家分享一下我用了 emGuarde 之前和之后的 testimonial， 我的分享。在还没有用 emGuarde 之前呢，我的睡眠不是很好，就每一天早上很早就醒过来，然后就睡不下去了。还有那个心情也非常暴躁啦。然后自从Yvonne和 Yap 跟我分享了这个 emGuarde 之后呢，我决定买下来，是因为他们在我家测试，我家的那个辐射是非常高，所以呢，在第一晚我用这个 emGuarde 呢，我就觉得我的睡眠是特别好的，睡到都不想起来了，也觉得自己的心情啊。那个没有那么暴躁啦，孩子也发现我跟他们的沟通也越来越好，所以呢，这个 emGuarde 对我来说是非常棒啦。我的分享就在这里，谢谢。
I think there's something wrong with the audio. Can anyone here listen to what she says? If yes, then can I see a number 1? If can't, then you just put 0. So that I can understand that there could be a audio very soft, okay, all right. I hope that you guys can actually read the subtitle, that there is this subtitle, okay. Now, out of these two testimonials, what I learned from this user is that if you notice, they are talking about, it actually helps them with the sleep issues, okay. And for this lady, she's even mentioning about her mood change, all right. She became calmer and not so angry, and she felt that she can communicate to the children better. In that sense. Now, from these two testimonials, let's go back to that statistic. If you notice, the first issues that all the respondents from this survey did was they're saying about sleep problems. Okay? All right, they're talking about sleep problem, and 71%, we're talking about 71%. All right, and the second one is fatigue. And fatigue, 64%, all right? And from Albert's testimonials, he's talking about his mom, how the mom got more energy during daytime and all that. Okay, cool. Now, let me record the slides. A moment, please. Okay, all good? Okay. All right, so sleep problems 71% and fatigue is actually 64%, all right? And of course, the other issues as well. So now, from this testimonial, we're going to talk more about how this technology, by emGuarde, it's able to help you. In this video is available in emGuarde.com. And for the new people here and you want to learn more about this technology, you can visit emGuarde.com. And this video is actually available in the website itself, okay? So this is a standard video, and I would like all of you here to watch this video together because we've got a lot of new friends here. We're looking into 432 participants in this Zoom today. Wow, I'm having a concert here. 433, okay, with all the emGuarde family members all across the globe. All right, now let's play this video and check the audio. Ready? Let's play this.
Your home is your sanctuary, a place of comfort, wellness, and security for your family. Today, we're using more digital and electronic devices. While they bring convenience and enjoyment, these devices also emit electromagnetic energies constantly during use. Invisible to our eyes, these electromagnetic energies affect the environment around us. As a result, we're exposed to these types of energies day in, day out. Introducing emGuarde, a patented technology by emGuarde. When turned on, emGuarde harmonizes targeted electromagnetic noise radiation within 1 gigahertz, creating a defense zone of 8 meters. emGuarde harmonizes the environment around you, making it safe for you and your loved ones. Simply place it wherever it's needed and plug it into a dedicated USB port, whether you're on the go, at work, or in the comfort of your home. emGuarde is designed to integrate seamlessly in any situation. You can now enjoy the benefits of technology without worrying about any potential risks. Protect your family's health and well-being. Contact your enagic distributor today. emGuarde. Change your environment, change your life.
Okay, I enjoy this video so much every time when I watch it because it's simple, straightforward, and you can actually share it with all your prospects, and I think it's self-taught as well, self-explanatory when you send to your prospects. This video says a lot about how it works and what is this technology all about, okay? Now, all these materials today will be made available to you, in our emGuarde Telegram channel. And my colleague here will be sharing the Telegram group later on the chat towards the end of today's presentation, okay? So don't worry, the recording and also all the videos will be made available to you. And for those people who wants the video, you can visit emGuarde.com, okay? And the video is there, it's in the website itself. All right, now, emGuarde is actually a patented technology. And the second function is it harmonizes targeted high-frequency electromagnetic noise radiation up to 1 gigahertz, okay? And it has got a coverage range of about 4-meter radius, meaning if let's say you place the emGuarde right in the middle, okay, of your living room, it covers to your left 4 meter, to your right 4 meter, and top and bottom as well. It's actually a circumference, okay, 360 degrees. All right, so it covers all around, and it's 4-meter radius and 8-meter in diameter. So this is actually the coverage range as promised by the developer, and it's powered up by a USB Type-C power supply, so it's universal. You can just carry the emGuarde as long as you have a cable with a USB connector. You can power up the emGuarde, and of course you have to follow to certain technical specs like the adapter voltage and all that, okay, to make sure that your emGuarde works properly. All right. So now, in this video, I'm going to share you a more technical demonstration because earlier on, I'm only showing you how the noise radiation energy travels away from your phone to this detector, which is able to pick up the power density for electromagnetic noise. But now I'm going to share with you a more scientific tool where how we actually use it to detect the emGuarde's suppression function. At the same time, in this video, we are able to showcase to you that this technology can cover all the way up to about 4 meters in terms of the distance itself. Okay, please enjoy the video. All right, so in this section of the video, I'm going to show you how emGuarde has the ability to alleviate the radiation from this LED light bulb 4 meters away from this antenna. Okay, so now, first of all, I'd like you to see the screen. From the software itself, everything is clear before I turn on the LED. Now, as soon as I turn on the LED, as you can see, you can actually see that the noise field from the EM radiation comes back, and it's actually showing in this blue curvy line. Okay, so now I'm going to invite my team to take this emGuarde away from me for about 4 meters, okay, in radius. Okay, now I'm going to invite my team to power on the emGuarde. Just plug the USB-C, leave it on the table. Now, as soon as the emGuarde's on, as you can see, the frequency spectrum from the SDR software has been cleared away. Okay, now as soon as I unpower the emGuarde, please remove the power line from the emGuarde, just unplug. Wait for about 2 to 3 seconds. The radiation from the LED comes back immediately. Now let's do another control test by powering up the emGuarde again. Please put the USB-C power cable into the emGuarde. There you go, and immediately, as you can see, everything is cleared away. And this is to show you that emGuarde works effectively 4 meters away from this antenna. Okay, so I think this video creates a lot of clarity, and it actually showcase, scientifically with an app how it actually clears off or suppresses a targeted EM noise radiation, okay, up to 4-meter radius, okay. So this is amazing. Now who is behind this amazing technology? For those people who are here for the first time, and of course for those people who are doing this product, as a business for the past 8 to 9 months, this is the first time I'm presenting this slide, and this is actually one of the latest materials we have here. And today I'm honored and I'm proud to showcase to you the brains and the inventors behind the great emGuarde technology, okay? Starting from the left, all right, Mr. Lau. Now, this man is actually the inventor and also part of the R&D team for this technology. And if you notice, all of the designation, they are all formerly from the great company from Japan, Panasonic. Okay, not to mention Mr. Yan. He's got 33 years of experience in Panasonic, and he's a former Panasonic QA GM. And Mr. Teo here has got also 33 years of experience in Panasonic, and he's actually the former Panasonic Design Development AGM. All right. And Mr. Poon here, a respected man, I've met him personally, 33 years in Panasonic, and he's the former Panasonic factory director in charge of new product engineering, production engineering, and of course, plant engineering as well. And not to forget Mr. Chan, 25 years of experience in Panasonic as well, former Panasonic Design AGM. So if you look here, these 5 gentlemen in the screen, these are the brains, behind the great emGuarde technology, okay? And because of all the credentials, they are from a reputable big Japanese company. This is one of the reasons why emGuarde is also interested, in taking over this technology, and they decide to actually market it through, the emGuarde platform around the world. Okay, all right. Now, the next slide, I'm going to share with you how it works in a simpler manner. But of course, please stay tuned to our emGuarde product intensive training. We'll be announcing the next date. And in that training itself, we'll be talking more about technical stuff or how it works and all that. But today, because today is a product introduction, I'm not going to get too technical. And in this slide, I'm going to just give you, in a nutshell, how it actually works. If you notice, this is our daily activities. We're using hairdryer, laptops, and all that, okay? Now, red color glowing aura light represents electromagnetic noise radiation disturbances. Okay, it's everywhere. And the emGuarde is actually built to do this. 4-meter radius. It is utilizing a harmonics frequencies to effectively suppress targeted electromagnetic noise radiation between 3 megahertz to 1000. Okay, so it's targeted. Now, it's not the entire spectrum, but it is targeted. Okay, now these harmonizing methods achieve a balanced atmosphere while preserving the natural ambient frequency. So what this statement is trying to mean is that at the same time, it's actually reducing certain energy around you, but at the same time, it's actually preserving those communication frequencies. That's the reason why when you turn on the emGuarde, you can still operate the phone and your laptop and the Wi-Fi normally. Okay, you can still use your Wi-Fi, you can still enjoy, turning on the lights and all that. It will not disturb the electric field and also the signal, okay? But instead, it's actually suppressing something, another type of energy coming out from all these gadgets itself. All right, so next. Now, besides that, we have got a reputable institution in Malaysia. Okay, it's actually done by the University Science of Malaysia, located in Penang. And this is actually the latest test report to actually confirm the coverage range of the emGuarde and also the efficacy in the white noise suppression. Okay, I want you to look at this one. Okay, so over here in the report, you can see that, the brand is emGuarde and product electromagnetic noise radiation harmonizer. Okay, fine print here. And the title itself is the effective range of the radio frequency white noise suppression of electromagnetic noise radiation harmonizer. Now, the next page here, okay, I want you to look at point number 2. The electromagnetic noise radiation harmonizer emGuarde effectively suppresses unwanted electromagnetic noise wave between 71. So this is one of the testing parameters that they set during the testing ground. And you have more information about this, when this report is made available to you. Okay, and this is some of the settings or the setups that they use to test, because these are all very real setups. It's either in the home, in the office, and usually your customers will be setting up the emGuarde in all this environment. Okay, and all this environment, they're actually getting a very positive and also guaranteed a coverage range of at least up to 6 meters in radius. All right. So this is actually the app that I used back in the live demonstration just now. So they're using the same software and a scientific tool to do this suppression testing. All right. And last but not least, there you go. So this is actually the conclusion made by the professor. All right. The emGuarde electromagnetic noise radiation harmonizer successfully alleviate unwanted electromagnetic noise wave between 71 to 73 in all test environment until a 6 meter coverage. So this is actually a guaranteed report from a reputable institution from Malaysia. Okay, signed by Dr. Yam. And Dr. Yam, by the way, he's a 4 PhD holder, okay, and also a senior lecturer from this university. Okay. All right, let's move to the next slide. Now, this is actually a compliance report from SGS. I think SGS needs no introduction. For those people who live in Europe, you know what SGS is. Okay, it's from Switzerland. It's a reputable company. And we have obtained both the CE and also the FCC category. So CE is actually basically for European countries and also the Commonwealth countries. And this product has went through serious testing parameters to make sure that it is safe for public use. Okay, so these are the certifications obtained by the emGuarde. It's something like the WQA. It's like the EGOSIO award for water machines. Okay, so over here we've got some photos to show you how they actually do or run the compliant testing in the lab itself. All right, to make sure that this is safe for public use, and in order for emGuarde to market this worldwide. Okay, there you go. I'm just move quickly. All right, there you go. So that's all for my sharing today. I hope that all of you here actually gotten a lot of value from this new presentation material, and of course some new certificates coming out during this presentation. And for those of you who came in late and you wanted to review today's presentation, the recording will be made available to you, and we'll be sharing the link through the emGuarde Telegram channel. Okay, now I will be sharing the emGuarde Telegram channel link in the chat box now. So for those people who wish to join the Telegram official channel to receive all this information and also the presentation slides, you can actually get into the chat box, and there you go. So just click this. All right, please stop typing first, because everyone will need to get the link to actually get. Okay, all right. Okay, cool. Just join the Telegram channel, and we'll be posting all the related presentation files and the videos in the Telegram group. All right. Now, currently, emGuarde has been marketed in Malaysia for the past, starting from May last year. We are looking into the 10th month now, okay, or the 9th month now. And in Malaysia, emGuarde is actually selling for Ringgit Malaysia, 6,620 Ringgit. And in US dollar, for those people who are in overseas, in US dollar, we are looking into a price tag of 1480 US dollar. Okay, so that's the selling price of the emGuarde. Okay, let me see, is there any announcement I need to make from here? So currently, emGuarde is actually available in these countries. The first country is Malaysia, and the emGuarde is also available through emGuarde Singapore, okay, and emGuarde Hong Kong, emGuarde Philippines, emGuarde Indonesia, emGuarde Dubai. Okay, so these are the countries. Let me repeat myself. So currently, emGuarde is available in emGuarde Malaysia, emGuarde Singapore, emGuarde Philippines, emGuarde Hong Kong, emGuarde Indonesia, and emGuarde Dubai. All right. So for the overseas people, you can actually buy the emGuarde through these offices that I've just made mention, okay, in these few countries. Okay, all right. So now contact a local